Good morning. This is Jamel Facing again, coming to you from Align Your Life. This week in general, I've been coming to y'all with some much deeper subjects than what I did the week before, my first week rather. Man, this morning has been a very emotional morning. And I'll explain to y'all why in just a second. I don't have a topic today besides I'm trying to reach out to parents. Yesterday it was to the men, and of course it's still going to be beneficial to you. This is not a gender specific video, but what I normally do, and again, I love being transparent because being transparent to me is just like such a blessing to people, to ministers and apostles, bishops, and whomever's out there actually, speaking anything positive. Being transparent really, really helps people. But, so normally on my days off, I go to my daughter's school and I eat lunch with them. Just something simple. And I'm very thankful that I can. Sometimes I buy food. Sometimes I don't buy food. Sometimes I bring them little snacks. Like today, I took them their favorite type of candy. My oldest one, she loves Skittles. No, said it backwards. My youngest one loves Skittles, and my oldest one loves peanut M&Ms. So, that was besides the fact, but you just kind of have to know your kids. But to the parents, I truly need y'all to do better, man. I need for us to do better. I ain't even gonna just put just people out there because there's still some areas in life that I need to work on myself. But we need to do better, man. We have got to do better. And the crazy thing is, I touched on this subject yesterday. If you didn't see the video, again, I have a YouTube video or YouTube channel. It's called Align Your Life. And I have the different subjects and different things up there of what I'm going to be speaking on the video. So if you see something that's going to kind of hit home for you or something that you feel like is going to help you or benefit you, click on the video, like, share, comment, share with your friends, share with your family. A lot of these things that I speak on really needs to get out there to a lot of different people. But so it was one time before I came out here, my oldest daughter, because she's a little bit older, she likes to invite her friends to come in, which is completely fine. I don't mind. And one of her particular friends, every time I come there, she gives me a hug and everything. And I didn't quite understand it before, but what happened was, we sat down one time and she made a comment. I was talking to my oldest and she said, Dad, no. I was sitting out there with my oldest and the little girl said, I wish my dad would come. So that kind of hit me a little bit. I was just like, I didn't want to ask too many questions because it was my first time meeting this little girl. I didn't want to get in her business or nothing like that. And for counselors and mentors and different things like that, if you haven't noticed yet, give kids time to talk to you first. Because anytime that they feel like they're pressured to talk, they're going to freeze up and they're going to put a wall up. Okay. But anyways, today, I sat with my youngest daughter first. Her lunchtime was first. So I sat down with her and just, conversating with my daughter, just laughing and asking, how's school going? How's class going? Do you need anything from me? That type of thing. And there was a little girl that was sitting across from us that was just like super loud, just like excited, like, hey, are you her dad? And just asking all these different questions. And then she said, yeah, my dad is gone. And I was just like, he's gone? I was like, what do you mean? She said, well, my mom and my dad had a big fight and we moved away. I'm saying to myself, okay, what is she going to say next? She was just like, yeah, so he's pretty much gone now. That kind of hit home, man, because I didn't grow up with a father. So that bothered me. So because, kids around that age, you can't say but so much in front of them. And then, they're on the subject, but off the subject. But I need for the parents to understand that while you're going through all these different things in your relationship with it could be the father, it could be the mom, or if you not with them anymore, you have another mate in your life. I need for you to understand that these children are watching you. They're watching every single thing that you do, every decision that you make, everything that you say. your reaction, your mannerisms, what you do or how you're feeling. Kids feel that, man. Kids truly feel that. So if you're out, you know, doing whatever and not paying attention to the kids, you're hurting your kids, man. I can tell it was bothering that little girl, because if it wasn't, she wouldn't have brought it up. Okay? So that hit me. So then my youngest daughter had to go back to class. I give her a kiss and, you know, say, all right, baby, call me later, or I'll call you later. If you need anything, just let me know. I'm always here for you. You always got to let your kids know that you're there for them. Even though you know that you'll be there, you have to communicate that to them, because communication is key in every type of relationship, but especially with your kids. So her class goes, and then my oldest one comes in. So, of course, that same little girl that I mentioned to y'all a minute ago, she comes in, as well as her other friend wanting to come sit at the table. It's still cool. So I gave my daughter her M&Ms, whatever, right? So I noticed the little girl beside her, the one that I mentioned to you earlier, she gets like really quiet, and she just kind of sit there in like a daze. So then she started whispering to my daughter while the other little girl is talking to me about what her dad does. He's a fireman and all this stuff. This, you know, pretty much telling me how proud she is of her dad and he's her hero, right? So now I'm sitting here saying it to myself, looking at the response to the little girl over here that's whispering to my daughter. Then I'm looking at the other little girl that's talking about her dad that is very much involved in her life from what I can tell, or for what she's telling me. And the other little girl just get like really quiet. So my daughter, she knows that I talk to people. She knows that I reach out to people. She knows that I'm a mentor. And y'all, if I start crying, it's only because I'm being transparent, man. But I saw the hurt in that little girl's eyes, right? So she was sitting, and I said, what's wrong? She said, well, and my oldest daughter, she said, well, her dad is gone. I was like, I said, what do you mean, baby? She was just like, my dad is gone. I was just like, I said, did he pass or anything? She was just like, no. She said, well, he left me. So she started to tear up, and I'm just sitting at the lunch table like, man, don't do this, man. We about to be in this lunchroom crying. We got over 100 kids in here. And she started telling me the story about how her dad just up and left, and she's missed him, and how it has been affecting her. And she said that her mom got in contact with the dad's new wife, and he didn't she pretty much asked, could they meet somewhere so he can see her, or so she can see him. And she said that her dad said no. And I said, do you know why he said no? She said no. So these kids, man, they are out here hurting. People are trying to figure out why they're hurting, why they're not doing this stuff in school, or why they're a student but never want to talk to nobody, why they're hurting, and why they don't want to communicate with other kids, or why they respond certain ways. I had 2 different instances today where 2 children was telling me that their father wasn't in their life. And I sat and I told the little girl, I said, look, I tell my daughter all the time, always appreciate the people in your life, because you never know what may happen, or if some people just decide on not being in your life. I said, so you always got to appreciate the people that's in your life. So the little girl just kept talking to me, and long story short, man, I need for the parents to do better, man. I need for y'all to do better, because kids are my heart. I love my daughters, but just in general, I love kids, man. And to see kids hurt like that, simply because somebody decides not to be in their life when they can, it bothers me, man. So I want y'all to keep in mind, man, that these kids are watching, they paying attention. They need us, man. They need us. We made a decision to have a child, or do whatever it takes to have a child. We made that decision, right? And I know sometimes life get hard. I know sometimes it's a struggle to deal with the other parent. I don't even know the whole situation with that little girl, as well as the other one. But, man, we got to do better, man. Because that little girl, and I know this video is becoming long, but it's needed. That little girl, every time I see her now, after I give my daughter a hug, she's reaching in for a hug. She's going for that hug. She's going for that love that she's missing from her dad. Now, if I was some random guy that was a creep or something like that, I would be able to take advantage of that little girl. Why? Because she's seeking love from a male figure. Her mom is in her life, but she's seeking love from a male figure. And then people get upset, or a father that hasn't even been there get upset because that little girl was, or even little boy, I can flip that around, or they're just not getting that love from home like they should. And they're reaching out to these people thinking that what that person is doing is okay on the inside, knowing that it's wrong, but because they're getting that love from that opposite sex, or from that father figure, from that mother figure, they feel like it's okay. Man, I'm reaching out to you parents, yo. Y'all got to step up. Y'all got to do better. We got to do better with communication with our kids, man. Even if it's hard, even if it's difficult, even if so much time has went by, we haven't seen your kids. Step in and do your job. You supposed to be that first love to that little girl, man. Come on. Y'all, I can't say any different than what I've already had, man. It's crazy. But please share and like this video. Please share and like the video. Align your life. I guess today's subject is parents step up. Yesterday was fathers or men, I need for you to step up. It all just comes in together. Don't waste people's time. Don't waste people's time, man. Don't waste others' time. Don't waste your time. It all ties in together from Monday to today. It all ties in together. So if y'all like this video, if you got anything out of it, please share it. Please share it for people to hear it. If you needed to hear it for yourself, you don't even have to like it or comment on it. If this was for you, I pray that God do something within you to make you a better person. I'm going to say this one last thing. If you're one of those people that are keeping a father or their mother away from their kids, you need help. There's something wrong with you. There's something that you need to deal with within yourself in order to make to just do better, man. You got to work on you, man, because every child needs a mother and a father. But again, it's Jamel Facing coming to you from Align Your Life / F2S2, which is Faithful Father Saving Sons. Please share and like this video. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. I have another video coming tomorrow. Let God do his thing.